What other group of people needs to be told not to act stupid? What other group of people in this country needs to be pleaded with not to tear down a city, not to destroy property, not to burn things down, not to riot? What other group of people needs to be told that? We all know the answer, so I won't waste any more time on it because there's only one group of people that needs to be told that. And you look around at a lot of these cities, Detroit, Chicago, Newark, you still have sections that are ripped apart from the '60s that have never been rebuilt from the last time we burned things down. And we're all too ready to do it again. And what's even more disgraceful is we're doing it on command. This was all orchestrated. The Michael Brown case was made national by the media, and black people are upset because we were told to be upset. A narrative is being pushed as if this is a race-driven thing. Oh boy, I don't know. If Mike Brown's life was taken by some other black thug, you would not know that name. It would go unheard. Just like the toddlers that catch these thugs bullets, and teenage girls and boys just on their way home from school, and just people on their way home from work who catch these thugs bullets. We don't know their names. Those crimes remain local. And most of them don't even have anyone in custody because black people don't even cooperate with cops to try to get these thugs who are terrorizing their neighborhoods. We don't even cooperate with the cops to get them caught. And then a situation like this comes along, and here is the point of my message. White cops in particular. I mean, all cops do a dangerous job, but right now I'm addressing white cops because I do not know how you do it. How you get out of bed every day and protect and put your life on the line to protect people who hate you, who openly hate you. It's been all through the music, the disdain we have for cops over the last 2 decades or more. You know how these inner city thugs feel about you, but yet you put on that uniform every day, and when we call, you're there. And there are complaints about the makeup of police departments now. Why is there a majority of white cops on the police force in a black neighborhood? I don't know who would have a problem with that, because I think if anybody's willing to police these garbage rundown neighborhoods, I think you should be thankful anybody's willing to police those neighborhoods. Crime ridden, junkie, drugged out. Oh, boy. These neighborhoods are so run down. The schools, and to quote Kevin Jackson, I heard him say it earlier, and he coined the phrase, the urban public schools, they're failure factories. And he's absolutely right. They're factories of failure. They're turning out Michael Browns. And these half-assed parents who want to hug their sons. I don't believe I don't know. Every time one of these thugs die, and the case is, yes, thugs. They are thugs. I don't care who that offends. You have to call it what it is. We're raising thugs. We're raising thugs and whores. That's it. That's what you see in black neighborhoods, because they're not learning shit in those schools. You can fix the building up. You can buy them laptops. You can do whatever you want. The system is broken. They aren't learning a thing. And the parents aren't teaching a thing either. Because for parents to even go through this charade every time some thug gets shot, oh, we have to hold our sons a little closer. I wish you would hold him a little closer so he won't go out there and shoot somebody else. Because the likelihood of your son that you're so afraid for the likelihood of him getting shot by a cop or a white cop or whatever, the likelihood is so much less than him being shot by someone who looks just like him. Because 93% of black murders are by other black people. This is no secret, but you are all too willing to show your ignorance whenever one of these rare cases comes along where the thug is shot by someone, by a cop or someone who's not black, and we have to go through the charade all over again. And this administration doesn't help. Just full of miscreants. Eric Holder, Barack Obama always has to throw his damn 2 cents in it when he's not on the golf course. And I don't know how Al Sharpton winds up being a close confidant to any administration, but I mean, you know he's no good. You know he's up to no good. And the race agenda in this country has gotten worse. It has gotten worse. And then if black people haven't even realized that this race shit, it keeps people paid. Because you got to think about it. If Al Sharpton owes millions in taxes, then just how much money has he been raking in over the decades? If he's making enough to owe millions in back taxes. But I don't know. Blacks are just all too willing to embrace victimhood. When are we going to stop being victims? I don't think that's going to happen in my lifetime. I'm 41 now. I don't think I'll live long enough to see us not embrace victimhood, because we hate anyone who tells us the truth, black, white, or otherwise, and we love anyone who tells us we're victims, whether they're black, white, or otherwise. We embrace anyone who tells us we're victims, and we hate anyone who tells us the truth. But the truth is, we're raising thugs who create these situations. And I know I'm not supposed to say this, because whenever the thug gets shot, he's an innocent little boy, and you got to pull out the pictures of him when he... This is how you know it's bullshit, because whenever one of these thugs gets shot, they can't even use a recent picture of him. They have to pull out a picture from when the thug was 11 or 12 years old, when he still had an innocent look about him before he got all weeded out and stuff. But you can't even tell the truth about these thugs when they get shot. And what about and these are the guys who are terrorizing the neighborhoods. So to all you mothers who get on TV and play the role and cry, and you're scared for your son's life, you have people that are scared because of your sons, because of these thugs you're raising. You have senior citizens afraid to come outside because of your sons. Oh, but you so afraid that someone's stalking your son. How about you raise the bastard? And yes, I do mean bastard, because the likelihood that there's a man that a man has any input in his life, and I mean a real man, not some clown you're messing with who's on your couch all day playing video games and drinking. I mean, these thugs are not being raised by men. They're not being raised at all. But yet we got to go through this charade every single time and pretend that they're the ones under siege, when they're the ones holding their own neighborhoods captive. You have people afraid of them. You have people got to cross the street when they see your innocent little baby. So let's cut the bullshit, because 93% of black murders are by these thugs who look just like the thugs that are getting shot. Yeah, they're shooting each other, and they're shooting a lot of other people in the crossfire. Innocent little girls, mothers on their way home from work. So let's cut it out. And if white cops are willing to police these neighborhoods where all this garbage goes on, then I say, hey, more power to them, because I don't see how they do it. I don't see how they do it, because let me be the first to tell you, you are a better man than me. Because to get out of bed every day, put on that uniform, and go try to protect and put your life on the line to protect people that hate you, I don't see how you do it. And then to be made a social pariah when you do have an unfortunate encounter You to be made into a social pariah while you're policing over people who hate you and don't hide it. I don't know. That's a lot. And your job has, with the help of this administration, your job has been made that much harder now, because now you have to choose in the heat of the moment. You have to choose whether you want to have your life taken or have your life ruined. And that's a lot to carry around, on top of the, split second instincts you need to in order to do your job. Now you have this added factor that you could ruin. If you do your job, you could possibly ruin your life. And dare I venture to say, over some thug who wasn't going to be shit anyway. Yeah, I said it. It's true. Somebody got to say it. And there are people saying it, but and while they're trying to hush those mouths, and people would much rather listen to these who Eric Holders and Dyson and the whole clown crew who's always on the scene for one of these situations, and Juan Williams and the rest of these dunces who always put blacks in the victim seat. When are you going to get tired of belonging to a race of victims? When are you going to get tired? I mean, Sharpton won't. The people who are getting paid from it, they'll never get tired of it. But just the people who help promote this garbage. I don't know, but hey, Darren Wilson, I'm pulling for you. Congratulations on your new marriage, and hey, we'll see how it goes.